Welcome to Carib Gold Olga. This is news at a flash pertaining to what's going on in Hollywood. Chris Rock is set to direct a biopic of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. with Steven Spielberg as executive producer. This will be Chris Rock's fourth directorial endeavor. Chris Rock reportedly is in the final phases of negotiations to direct and produce the project, with Steven Spielberg serving as executive producer. So we are awaiting that project to get underway. Next up in the news is Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is mourning the passing of his beloved friend, actor Keith Jefferson. They worked together on several movie projects, but most recently, The Burial. Jamie Foxx put out a statement and he said, "Keith, you've been nothing but absolute grace. Your whole life, your heart is pure. Your love is immeasurable. You were an amazing soul. We will all miss you dearly. It's going to take a long time for this to heal. Goodbye, my friend. I love you."
According to Co-op WB, the tragic demise of Keith Jefferson, renowned for his role in Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained, has left the film industry in mourning. At the age of 53, this talented actor succumbed to cancer, marking an untimely end to a glittering career.
So we are sending our condolences to Keith's family and may God rest his soul. Next up, we have Amanda Seales, who seems to be looking further than just being a comedian and an actress. She seems to be looking in the political arena. Amanda Seales is an actress as well as a comedian, and she addresses a possible foray into politics and why she will always represent the culture. She said when she began brainstorming concepts for the debut of her new comedy special at the Kennedy Center, she said it was a whisper from the ancestors that gave her the idea to turn it into a documentary. In an interview, when she was asked by BET.com what type of legislation she would like to see passed if she were ever elected to office, and she said the legislation would have to focus on the freedom of our community. Also, some type of legislation in place to protect the community from officers who are wielding guns freely and are unaliving black men with impunity. Well, it looks like if Chris Tucker owes Uncle Sam a whole heap of money, he has agreed to pay this unresolved tax issue. He owes, and he has agreed to pay this, get this folks, $3.58 million. So according to Bloomberg early this week, Tucker is paying this money plus interest to cover unpaid federal income taxes liabilities from 2002, 2006, 2008, and 2010. The government's initially aimed to collect $9.68 million. So in other words, he kind of settled, and he settled for the $3.58 million. So Chris Tucker's financial troubles date back over a decade. In 2014, the veteran entertainer settled a $14 million debt with IRS after a lien was placed on one of his properties. Representatives for the actor cited poor accounting and business management. 7 years later, the actor faced financial difficulties again when the government sued him to receive back taxes from years when he filed his taxes late. In 2010, 2011, and 2016, Tucker initiated discussions with the IRS regarding an installment payment plan. Under the proposed agreement, he was expected to make payments ranging from $25,000 to $50,000 over a 10-year period of time. However, the agreement fell apart after it was determined that he couldn't settle the debt within the specific time frame the agency is allowed to collect taxes for a given year. So according to BET.com, legal documents further revealed that Chris Tucker failed to make payments during this period of time, despite possessing sufficient equity and cash to fully pay the taxes. So now he has agreed to pay $3.58 million in cash. So Tia Murray denies rumors that she is reconciling with her ex-husband. She said, I'm not that weak. Despite dating being exhausting, she says, I'm not that weak. Tia, who is now 45, took to Instagram to dispel rumors of any reconciliation with her ex-husband. She further stated that not because the dating life doesn't meet my expectations, I'm going to be going back to something that no longer serves me. So Tia will continue to date until she finds Mr. Right. 21 Savage is officially a U.S. citizen. He has been granted U.S. citizenship. He is to perform in Toronto and announce his upcoming return to the United Kingdom. He's been fighting for this U.S. citizenship for a while now, so it's good that he got it. So I guess he wanted U.S. citizenship because it would make for easier travel, because back in 2019, he was detained by immigration and they allege that he was from the UK and in the United States illegally. So according to Bossip, he's been battling with immigration for 4 years, almost 4 years, trying to get his citizenship. Now he finally got it. 21 Savage is an Atlanta rapper who resides in Atlanta whenever he's stateside, and hopefully this will make for a better traveling. We have Cardi B and Tasha K in the news. Cardi B says, put your money where your mouth's at, Tasha K. So the bankruptcy judge says, not so fast, Miss Tasha K. You have to pay Cardi B that $4 million. So in court, Tasha K pleaded that she is broke and she is bankrupt, but the judge wasn't buying it. The judge said to Tasha K, you have to pay this $4 million. So filing for bankruptcy did not help Tasha K any, because the judge ruled a week ago that she still have to pay this $4 million to Cardi B. So in legal documents obtained by BET.com, the $4 million settlement was upheld by a Florida judge, stating that Tasha K have to pay this $4 million to Cardi B. The judge also said that Tasha K's debt is non-dischargeable, meaning that she has to pay this debt. This debt cannot be wiped away if she files for bankruptcy. So Tasha K found out that she has a non-dischargeable debt, and she's got to pay this money. No matter how she slices it, she's just wasting money on lawyers because she's got to pay up. So the ruling revealed that Tasha K's debt is non-dischargeable even under her previously filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy earlier this year. So now there's this $500,000 in punitive damages against Tasha's company, Kibi Studio. And that hearing is set for January the 9th in a Florida pretrial conference. So in other words, they've got to review whether or not Cardi B is going to get this $500,000, because Tasha K's team is claiming that there was an error made, so this $500,000 needs to be adjusted. Well, even if they adjust the $500,000, it's still an outstanding balance of $3,500,000. So Tasha felt as though she shouldn't be paying this $500,000, and this is why there's a new court date to review this $500,000 on January the 9th. So according to court documents, Tasha could not pinpoint where the error was in the 5,500-page documents. So Cardi B and her attorney said, never mind the $500,000. If it comes down to it, she can have that, but she still owes the $3,500,000. So Cardi B's attorney said in their motion for a partial summary judgment, defendant does not appear to dispute that the award in the amended defamation judgment made against her individually or jointly and severally are non-dischargeable, meaning that Tasha K does not dispute the $3,500,000 that she owes. She's only disputing $500,000. So a lot of people are not feeling sorry for Tasha K because they said she had several opportunities to retract the statements when the statements were not retracted, and she had to go to court to fight this case. Just before going to court, Cardi B also gave her the opportunity to just apologize and everything would go away, which she did not do. And so it led us to where we are today. A few days ago, on October the 5th, the judge ruled that Tasha K does have to pay this $4 million. But Tasha got a rude awakening on October the 5th when Judge Scott M. Grossman ruled that she is hooked, obligated by law to pay this $4 million because it's not dischargeable under Chapter 11. So Tasha K thought she was outsmarting Cardi B and her attorneys by filing for this Chapter 11. But in fact, what she did, she dug herself deep in a hole because under Chapter 11, you are still in a hook to pay this amount of money because it's not dischargeable under Chapter 11. So on the 5th of October, Tasha K got the bad news that, yep, girl, you still got to pay this $3.5 million, even if the other $500,000 is dischargeable. So the hearing for this $500,000 to find out if it's dischargeable or not is on January the 9th, 2024. Before you leave the page, kindly hit that like bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. Thank you for watching.